Ladies, tell me if this sounds familiar. You open your closet in the morning. There are blouses hanging neatly in every color, every style you've collected over the years. And yet you sigh and think, I have nothing to wear. At 50, 60, and beyond, this isn't just about clothes. It's about how our bodies, our lives, even our confidence have changed. What used to feel flattering in our 30s may now highlight places we'd rather soften. What once felt chic now looks a little outdated. And sometimes, getting dressed feels less like a joy and more like a daily struggle. I know this because I've heard it from so many women just like you. One client of mine, 58, told me, I used to love getting dressed for work, but now every blouse I try makes me feel older than I am. It's like my closet betrayed me. Have you ever felt that way? I know I have, but here's the truth. It's not that you need more clothes. It's not about chasing every new trend or spending a fortune on outfits you'll only wear once. What really matters is having the right pieces, the blouses that light up your face, skim your shape, and make you feel confident the moment you put them on. And that's exactly what I want to share with you today. As a fashion designer who's worked with hundreds of women over 50, I'm revealing 10 blouse secrets that will instantly make you look slimmer, younger, and more elegant, without sacrificing comfort or your personal style. Secret 1. The power of the classic white blouse. One piece, one color, endless compliments. If I had to choose just one blouse that works for every woman over 50, it would be the classic white blouse. There's something almost magical about it. White reflects light, brightens your complexion, and instantly makes your face look fresher and more awake. No heavy makeup, no complicated tricks, just one simple blouse that does all the work for you. Think about it. When you slip on a white blouse, it doesn't just cover your body, it frames your presence. It tells the world, here is a woman who is confident, timeless, and effortlessly elegant. That's why, from your 20s to your 60s and beyond, a white blouse has never gone out of style. But here's the secret. The right white blouse is not just any white blouse. It's all about the details. Form. Skip the boxy shapes that make you feel hidden and avoid styles that cling too tightly. Instead, look for a blouse that's gently fitted, soft enough to skim your shape, long enough to hit just at the hip. This length is flattering for nearly every body type, giving you balance without cutting your figure in the wrong places. Fabric. Traditional cotton can sometimes feel stiff or even emphasize lines you don't want to show. Instead, try a cotton silk blend. It's breathable, comfortable, and has that touch of softness that feels good on your skin. Plus, it resists wrinkles better, so you don't have to fight with the iron every morning. Finish. Little details like a soft collar, pearl-like buttons, or a slightly curved hemline elevate a blouse from basic to luxurious. And you don't need to spend designer prices. Many brands now make affordable versions with these thoughtful touches. Let me share a story. One of my clients, Susan, age 55, came into my studio feeling frustrated. She said, I've tried trendy blouses, colorful tops, even florals, but nothing makes me feel like myself anymore. I handed her a simple, white blouse in cotton silk with a clean V-neck. The moment she put it on, her face lit up. She turned to the mirror and said, Every time I wear this, my friends tell me I look 10 years younger. It wasn't the blouse alone, it was the way she felt in it. That's the real power of this piece. So let me ask you, do you already own a white blouse? And not just an old one tucked in the back of your closet, but one that actually fits, flatters, and makes you feel radiant. If not, this might be the very first secret you should add to your wardrobe. Because once you have the perfect white blouse, it becomes the anchor of your style. Pair it with tailored trousers for elegance, jeans for casual chic, or a midi skirt for feminine charm. It's one item that works for coffee dates, family gatherings, even special dinners. Now that we've set the foundation with the timeless white blouse, let's move into something a little softer, a little more luxurious. The fabrics that not only make you look elegant, but also feel elegant. That's where silk and satin come in, and trust me, they're not just for special occasions. They're your everyday secret weapon for instant elegance. Secret 2. Silk and satin instant elegance. Sometimes your skin doesn't need expensive skincare, it just needs the right fabric. If the white blouse is about freshness and timelessness, then silk and satin are about glow and sophistication. At 50, 60, and beyond, our skin naturally changes. It might feel drier, a little less radiant than before, and sometimes we look in the mirror and think, I look tired even if I slept well. Here's the beautiful truth. The right fabric can do wonders that makeup alone can't. Silk and satin blouses reflect light in the most flattering way. Instead of highlighting fine lines, they soften them. They give your complexion a gentle radiance, almost like you're carrying your own spotlight. And the best part, you don't have to try so hard. The blouse itself does the heavy lifting, you just slip it on. But not all silk or satin is created equal. Here's what I recommend. Choose matte or semi-matte satin. High-shine satin can sometimes look flashy or even emphasize the wrong things. A softer finish, on the other hand, gives you elegance without the glare. Pick colors that flatter. Champagne, ivory, navy, emerald, or soft blush are universally flattering. They brighten the skin and add sophistication without shouting for attention. If you love bold colors, jewel tones like sapphire or ruby in satin are stunning. Think about cut. A simple V-neck or softly draped neckline works beautifully. It elongates the neck, frames the face, and lets the fabric shine without competing with fussy details. Let me tell you a story. One of my clients, Margaret, 65, used to dread evening events. She said, "No matter what I wear, I feel invisible next to younger women." I encouraged her to try a navy satin blouse with a subtle V-neck. When she saw herself in the mirror, her eyes widened. "I can't believe this is me," she whispered. That evening, she called me later and said, "People kept telling me I looked radiant. One woman even asked if I had been on vacation." That's the secret of satin and silk. They do more than clothe you, they uplift your spirit. They tell the world, I may be older, but I am vibrant, elegant, and full of life. Now, some women worry about satin being too much for everyday wear. But here's the truth. You don't need to save it for special occasions. Pair a soft satin blouse with jeans and flats for a chic daytime look. Add a blazer and trousers, and you're ready for the office. Or dress it up with a skirt and earrings for dinner out. One blouse, many moods. So let me ask you, have you ever tried a satin or silk blouse, not for a party, but just for yourself on a regular day? If not, I encourage you to. Because sometimes, feeling a little luxurious in your everyday life is exactly what makes you shine. And speaking of shine, let's talk about something that can either add energy or accidentally age you. Prints. The right print can make you look lively and modern. The wrong one can make you look stuck in another decade. That brings us to secret 3. Prints that energize, not age. Secret 3. Prints that energize, not age. The wrong print can whisper outdated, but the right one can shout vibrant and alive. Let's be honest, prints can feel tricky after 50. On one hand, solid colors are safe. They feel easy, controlled, predictable. But too many solids, day after day, can start to feel, well, a little flat. On the other hand, prints can inject energy and fun, but the wrong ones can backfire, making you look older or stuck in the past. So how do you strike the balance? Here's the key. Prints should enhance your energy, not overpower you. Scale matters. Tiny, faded florals can look dated, while huge, bold prints can overwhelm your frame. Instead, aim for medium-sized prints, small enough to feel refined, big enough to bring life to your look. Colors matter. Look for prints with a grounded background, navy, black, beige, and pops of brighter color. This creates balance without chaos. Placement matters. Vertical stripes or evenly spaced patterns elongate your body. Prints clustered in awkward places can add bulk where you don't want it. One of my favorite stories comes from a client named Linda, 59. She used to wear only beige and gray because she feared prints would make her look silly. One day, I persuaded her to try a navy blouse with delicate blush florals. She hesitated, but when she saw herself in the mirror, her first words were, "Oh my gosh, I look happy." And that's the point. Prints aren't just decoration, they reflect your spirit. When chosen well, they radiate joy and vitality. Another client, Carmen, 62, tried a striped blouse in soft ivory and olive green. She called me the next week and laughed. 3 people at work told me I looked younger. I didn't change anything else, just the blouse. That's the magic of the right print. It lifts not just your outfit, but how people perceive you. Here's a simple guideline I give all my clients. If the print feels like it could belong in your daughter's closet, skip it. If it feels like something your grandmother wore in the 70s, skip it. If it makes you smile and feels modern yet refined, that's your winner. So, let me ask you, are you letting prints scare you into staying safe? Or are you open to finding that one pattern that makes you feel alive again? Sometimes, a blouse with just the right print is all it takes to remind you that style is about joy, not fear. And speaking of joy, there's one fabric that embodies ease, freshness, and a sense of peace like no other: linen. It's the fabric that breathes with you, especially on those busy, warm days when comfort is just as important as elegance. That brings us to Secret 4. Linen for effortless comfort. Secret 4. Linen for effortless comfort. When your body asks for comfort, linen answers with elegance. Some days, fashion doesn't feel like fun, it feels like pressure. Maybe it's a hot afternoon, maybe it's just one of those days when you want to breathe freely in your clothes instead of being squeezed or tugged. At 50, 60 and beyond, comfort isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. But here's the secret. Comfort and style don't have to be opposites, and that's where linen comes in. Linen has a soul of its own. It's airy, breathable, and naturally chic. It doesn't try too hard, and yet when you put on a linen blouse, people notice. They don't say, "She's overdressed." They say, "She looks relaxed, she looks elegant, she looks at peace." Here's why linen is so perfect for mature women. It breathes with you. Linen absorbs moisture and lets your skin stay cool, making it ideal for warm weather or busy days. It feels natural. There's an honesty to linen, no shiny distractions, no artificial stiffness. It embodies the beauty of being yourself. It whispers sophistication. Even the simplest linen blouse carries a quiet luxury, a kind of effortless chic that never goes out of style. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but linen wrinkles. And yes, that's true. But here's another truth. Those gentle creases are part of its charm. They tell the world, I'm living my life, not standing still. If you prefer something smoother, look for linen blends with cotton or viscose. They keep the breathability but reduce the wrinkles. Let me share a story. One of my clients, Anne, 59, once said, "I love the idea of linen, but I always feel sloppy in it." I styled her in a pale blue linen blouse with subtle shaping at the waist, paired with white jeans and tan sandals. When she saw herself in the mirror, she gasped, "This doesn't look sloppy, it looks chic." Later, she wore that outfit on a vacation and strangers complimented her style. Linen didn't make her look undone, it made her look effortlessly elegant. The key is in the cut and color. Choose soft neutrals, ivory, beige, dusty rose, sky blue for versatility. Opt for a blouse that has some structure, a curved hem, a gentle waistline, or a small slit at the side. This keeps it flattering, not boxy. Pair with natural accessories, a woven tote, leather sandals, or a wooden bracelet. Linen loves company that feels organic. So let me ask you, have you been avoiding linen because of its wrinkles, or are you ready to embrace its charm? Remember, style after 50 isn't about perfection, it's about authenticity. And linen is authenticity, woven into fabric. Now that we've found ease in linen, let's turn to something many women secretly worry about, their arms. What if you could wear blouses that not only flatter your shape, but also gracefully disguise the parts you don't love? That's where Secret 5, sleeves that slim and soften, comes in. Secret 5, sleeves that slim and soften. Sometimes it's not about hiding your arms, it's about framing them beautifully. If there's one thing almost every woman over 50 has confessed to me, it's this: I don't like my arms. Maybe the skin isn't as firm as it once was, maybe the shape has changed, or maybe you just feel self-conscious in sleeveless tops. And so what happens? You avoid short sleeves. You stick to long sleeves, even in the heat, and you feel trapped. But here's the truth. You don't need to hide. You just need the right kind of sleeve. Sleeves can be your best friend if you know which ones to choose. The right sleeve doesn't just cover, it slims, balances, and softens your entire silhouette. Here are my go-to recommendations. 3/4 sleeves. They end around the slimmest part of your arm, near the wrist, and instantly create a longer, leaner line. They're timeless, versatile, and flattering on everyone. Flutter sleeves. Light, airy, and slightly flared, they skim over the upper arm instead of clinging to it. They add movement and femininity without bulk. Elbow-length sleeves. Perfect for women who want more coverage but don't want to feel heavy. They create a balanced look that works with both skirts and pants. Soft bell sleeves, gently widening toward the wrist. They add elegance and a touch of drama while still remaining sophisticated. Now, let me tell you about Mary, a 62-year-old client of mine. She came in wearing only long sleeves, even on a warm day. She admitted, "I feel like my arms give away my age." I encouraged her to try a blouse with elbow-length flutter sleeves in a soft lavender shade. At first, she shook her head, but when she looked in the mirror, her face lit up. "I don't even see my arms, I just see me." And that's exactly the point. The key is balance. Avoid stiff, capped sleeves that cut across the widest part of your arm. They tend to highlight what you want to downplay. And skip heavy ruffles that crowd your frame. Instead, look for flowy fabrics, chiffon, crepe, or soft cotton blends that move gracefully with you. Pair these sleeves with simple bottoms, slim trousers, A-line skirts, or even jeans. Let the sleeves be the star, adding softness to your look without overwhelming it. So, let me ask you, what kind of sleeves make you feel the most confident? Are you a 3/4 sleeve woman, or do you love the feminine touch of flutter sleeves? Share it because your choice might inspire someone else who feels the same way. We've just discovered how sleeves can slim and soften your silhouette. But what about shaping the whole figure, especially when it comes to the waistline? That's where one of my favorite secrets comes in. Secret 6. The wrap blouse your instant waistline. Secret 6. The wrap blouse your instant waistline. What if one blouse could give you the waistline you thought you'd lost? Let's be real. After 50, many of us notice changes in our midsection. Even if we eat well, stay active, and do all the right things, our bodies shift with time. The waistline we once had in our 30s may feel less defined now. And when blouses are either too loose or too tight, they seem to highlight the problem instead of fixing it. That's why the wrap blouse feels almost magical. The wrap design is all about illusion, but a beautiful one. With its crossover front and tie at the waist, it instantly creates shape where you want it most. Instead of clinging to the belly, it gently glides over it, pulling the eye toward the slimmest point of your torso. The result? A silhouette that looks balanced, feminine, and confident. Here's what I recommend when choosing a wrap blouse. Go for a V-neck line. It elongates your neck and makes the face look slimmer. Pick ties at the side, not the front. A side tie feels softer, less bulky, and creates a natural curve. Choose fabrics that drape, not cling. Crepe, matte satin, or jersey blends are perfect. They move with your body but don't stick to it. Aim for hip length. Too short and it cuts you off, too long and it hides your shape. Mid-hip is the sweet spot. Let me share a story. Susan, 61, once told me she felt like nothing flattered her midsection. She lived in loose tunics, but confessed, "They make me feel invisible." I styled her in a wrap blouse in a rich emerald green with a soft side tie. When she turned to the mirror, her jaw dropped. "I can see my waist again. I didn't think I had one left." She wore it to her granddaughter's birthday party and later told me that even her son said, "Mom, you look amazing." Sometimes, it's not about losing inches, it's about creating balance. Wrap blouses also adapt beautifully to any occasion. Pair one with jeans for brunch, trousers for work, or a flowy skirt for a night out. They're versatile, feminine, and forgiving in the best way. So let me ask you, have you tried a wrap blouse recently? Or have you been avoiding them, thinking they are too fussy? Because once you find the right one, I promise, it could become the most flattering piece in your closet. Now, we've talked about structure and shaping. But style isn't just about shape. It's also about the little details. And sometimes, too many details can do more harm than good. That leads us to secret 7. Less is more, choosing details that flatter. Secret 7. Less is more, choosing details that flatter. Sometimes it's not what you add to a blouse, it's what you leave out that makes you look chic. As we mature, it's natural to feel tempted by blouses with lots of bells and whistles, ruffles, bows, sequins, shiny buttons. After all, those details seem fun and expressive. But here's the catch. Too many details often do the opposite of what we want. Instead of making us look stylish, they can make us look overdone, or worse, dated. The truth is, elegance comes from simplicity. Think of your favorite classic actresses. Did they wear outfits covered in beads and ruffles? Not usually. Their power came from clean lines, subtle details, and confidence. Here's what I've learned after years of working with women 50+. Avoid heavy embellishments. Sequins, oversized buttons, or chunky decorations can overwhelm your frame and distract from your natural beauty. Look for subtle touches. A row of delicate pearl buttons, a thin lace trim at the cuff, or a small pleat at the neckline. These add personality without stealing the spotlight. Let fabric do the talking. High-quality materials in solid colors or modern prints need little else. A blouse in soft satin or crisp cotton looks more expensive than one overloaded with flashy extras. I remember styling Janet, 64, who loved blouses with busy ruffles and sparkling beads. She told me, "I feel invisible, so I need clothes that shout." I gently suggested she try a sleek navy blouse with just one elegant detail, a soft draped neckline. When she looked in the mirror, her eyes softened. This feels like me, but a calmer, more confident me. The blouse didn't shout, and yet it spoke volumes. Another client, Teresa, 57, had a blouse with oversized gold buttons that dominated her outfit. She swapped it for a simple ivory wrap blouse with a single side tie. Later, she told me her friends said, "You look so polished, so fresh." That's the beauty of less, it lets you shine, not the clothing. So when you shop, ask yourself, does this blouse highlight me or does it compete with me? If the blouse is louder than your presence, it's not serving you. Remember this, simplicity is powerful. It creates timeless elegance, keeps your outfits versatile, and makes your wardrobe easier to mix and match. And now that we've covered details, let's talk about another overlooked element that makes a huge difference: length. The hemline of your blouse can either flatter your figure or throw your proportions completely off. That brings us to Secret 8, finding the perfect length for your body. Secret 8, finding the perfect length for your body. A blouse that's too long hides you. A blouse that's too short cuts you off. The right length, it transforms everything. Ladies, let's talk about something many women overlook: blouse length. You could have the perfect fabric, the most flattering color, even beautiful sleeves, but if the length isn't right, the whole look feels off. Too long and the blouse swallows your shape. Too short and it chops your figure in the wrong place. But once you find the sweet spot, your silhouette comes alive. Here's what I've seen work wonders for women over 50. Mid-hip length. This is the magic zone. A blouse that ends around mid-hip gives enough coverage while still letting your body look balanced and proportioned. Curved hemline. Instead of a straight cut across the body, a gentle curve softens the look, elongates the legs, and adds movement. Front tuck option. A blouse long enough for a small front tuck gives you styling versatility. Wear it loose for comfort, tuck it slightly for polish. Now, let me share a story. Diane, 63, used to wear tunics that reached her thighs. She said, "I thought longer covered more, so I felt safer." But when we compared photos, one in her long tunic, one in a mid-hip blouse, she gasped. "I look taller and slimmer in the shorter one." Covering too much actually made her look heavier, while the right length revealed her shape in the most flattering way. On the other side, my client Laura, 56, wore cropped boxy tops that ended at her waist. She complained, "They make me feel square." I guided her toward a blouse that skimmed just below the hip bone in a soft coral shade. Her whole body looked longer and her confidence soared. Here are my designer tips for choosing the right length. If you're petite, avoid blouses that overwhelm your frame. Stick to mid-hip or slightly above. If you're taller or curvier, choose blouses that graze just below the hip bone. This balances your proportions. Always test in front of a mirror. Turn to the side. If the blouse makes your torso look cut off or boxy, try another length. One more thing, don't be afraid of tailoring. A small hem adjustment by a seamstress can take a blouse from okay to perfect. So, let me ask you, have you ever noticed how different you look just by changing the length of your blouse? If not, this might be the game-changing detail you've been missing. Now that we've mastered length, let's move on to something equally important: fabrics. Because what your blouse is made of doesn't just affect how it looks, it affects how you feel wearing it. That brings us to Secret 9, fabrics that flatter, not fight. Secret 9, fabrics that flatter, not fight. The fabric you choose can either be your best friend or your biggest enemy. Let's be honest. Nothing ruins a blouse faster than the wrong fabric. How many times have you tried on something that looked gorgeous on the hanger, but the second you wore it, it clung to every line, highlighted every bump, or wrinkled the moment you sat down? It's not you, it's the fabric. At 50 and beyond, the right fabric isn't just about style. It's about comfort, confidence, and how effortlessly you move through your day. Here are my golden rules. Skip clingy fabrics. Thin jersey or overly stretchy materials hug in all the wrong places. Instead of smoothing, they emphasize. Be cautious with sheer. A sheer blouse may look romantic, but it often reveals more than you want. If you love the look, layer with a nude camisole. Choose drapey, matte finishes. Crepe, cotton blends, linen, or silk alternatives that glide over the body without sticking are ideal. Matte fabrics soften your silhouette and hide lines beautifully. Embrace breathable natural fibers. Cotton linen blends keep you cool. Silk alternatives bring quiet elegance, and modern poly blends are surprisingly lightweight and easy care. Let me tell you about Margaret, 60. She brought in a blouse she adored online, bright color, stylish cut. But when she put it on, the thin jersey fabric clung to her stomach. She sighed, "I thought I had to lose weight to wear this." I handed her a similar blouse in crepe. Same color, same cut, just a better fabric. She looked in the mirror and whispered, "Oh, it's not me. It was the fabric all along." That's the power of choosing fabrics that work with you, not against you. Here are a few of my favorite fabric swaps. Instead of thin jersey, right arrow, try matte jersey blends. They have stretch but don't cling. Instead of shiny satin, right arrow, try matte satin or silk crepe. They reflect light softly, not harshly. Instead of stiff polyester, right arrow, try viscose blends. They flow more naturally and feel better on the skin. And here's a quick test. When you try on a blouse, move around. Sit down, lift your arms, bend forward. If you're tugging, adjusting, or feeling exposed, it's not the right fabric. So let me ask you, which fabric makes you feel your best? Cotton, silk, or maybe linen? Knowing your answer helps you choose blouses you'll actually wear, not just admire on a hanger. We've now covered fabric, but there's one last secret. The finishing touch that ties everything together. Confidence. Because no blouse, no matter how perfect, matters unless you wear it with joy. That brings us to secret 10. Confidence, your best accessory. Secret 10. Confidence, your best accessory. The most beautiful blouse in the world won't matter if you don't believe you look beautiful wearing it. We've talked about color, fabric, sleeves, length, patterns, but let me tell you something I've learned after years of working with women over 50. Confidence is the ultimate accessory. Without it, even the most expensive blouse will feel incomplete. With it, even the simplest white top can look like a designer piece. Think about the women you admire most. Is it really the blouse that makes them shine? Or is it the way they carry themselves, the smile, the posture, the way they walk into a room as if they belong there? Clothes can support you, yes, but you bring them to life. I once worked with Evelyn, 67, who had gorgeous taste but always second-guessed herself. She'd put on a blouse and immediately ask, "Does this make me look old? Do I look too big?" Finally, I said, "Evelyn, stop apologizing for your body. This blouse looks good because you look good." The next time she came in, she stood taller, shoulders back, and suddenly every outfit lit up on her. Nothing changed except her confidence. Here's how to wear confidence like your favorite blouse. Stand tall. Good posture instantly takes 5 years off your look. Smile often. A blouse may frame your face, but your smile is what people remember. Own your choices. If you love the blouse, wear it proudly. Don't wait for permission. Practice gratitude. Instead of wishing for your 30-year-old body, celebrate the wisdom, resilience, and beauty you carry today. One of my clients once said, "When I stopped dressing to hide and started dressing to celebrate myself, I finally enjoyed fashion again." That's the secret. Fashion isn't about covering flaws, it's about highlighting the woman you've become. So, let me ask you, what would happen if, tomorrow morning, you put on your favorite blouse and told yourself, "I look wonderful, try it"? Because confidence isn't about perfection, it's about permission. Giving yourself permission to be seen, admired, and celebrated. And that, my dear ladies, is the final blouse secret. It was never really about the blouse. It was always about you. We've now uncovered 10 secrets, from the timeless white blouse to the perfect wrap, from flattering fabrics to the magic of confidence. Together, these aren't just style tips. They're reminders that you are vibrant, elegant, and radiant at every age. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me here on Bold After 50, where fashion meets confidence for women just like you. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which blouse secret spoke to you the most today? Drop it in the comments. You never know, your story might inspire another woman to rediscover her beauty too.